said they were going to kill the competition with ARs. So one of them said showed the picture of their AR and the shotgun, and they said, and Kevin Norton and I are ready for the world's Boston. Here we come. Okay, so from that picture, the group that they belong to said Columbine Part 2. James Austin Stumbo said, don't worry about it. And someone else replied, don't get mad when you lose, the auto win. And James Austin Stumbo said, my AR says you lose. And someone else commented, another Boston Massacre. And then someone else said, some would say too soon, some are not. So, very distasteful jokes, but distasteful jokes don't get you in jail, right? Makes sense. So let's discuss what exactly they had on them. Well, one of them had an automatic rifle, an AR. Something very similar to what I used in the military, and this weapon can dispense out death very easily and quickly. It is very accurate and very good at mid to longer range combat situations.
Okay. Proto's gonna go into a little scenario in a second here after he talks about the capabilities of these two guns. Yeah. What's that later?
And then the other one had a shotgun. So, not exactly the best weapon to deal off long-range encounters, but good for short-range encounters. Now, the amount of rounds that they had on them was pretty staggering, I do have to admit. But from the picture itself, I don't see one crucial, important fact to making these guys guilty of what people are saying they are guilty of. I do not see pouches. I don't see vests. I don't see large jackets with lots of pockets. So, in the world of video games, it might be easy to...
So, his issue is that he showed pictures of the weapons, or that they only found the weapons in their vehicles, and not things to carry mass amounts of ammo. That's actually his most reasonable argument in this whole thing. But the way he talks about how minimal the damage would be if they couldn't load everything quickly. And it's not like you couldn't run through scenarios where they make it work. They have the shotgun for, protecting the other guy while he reloads, and then the guy sprays people, then he protects the other guy while he reloads, and he sprays people, I could see that. I'm not trying to say that's what would have happened, but he's acting like there's no scenario where they could have... Well, just listen to what he says. He doesn't... it's weird.
Forget, in the real world, that ammo is heavy. Okay, loading an M16's cartridge, magazine, rather, loading these weapons, ammo boxes, let's just say for convenience sake here, what you put the bullets into and you put into the gun, for those who don't know how weapons work like this, you don't just load the rounds into the gun, you have to put them in something. There's a spring-loaded cartridge magazine type little thingy. It's great. You can see it in the pictures if you look this up. So that takes a very long time to hand load. It's not particularly too long, but if you're on a massacre and you're trying to defend yourself and you're fighting off people, it would be an incredible feat to be able to hand load that. Especially with your friend who, it doesn't look like he has an automatic shotgun. I don't know how many rounds.
He's kind of talking like these guys would be under fire. They would be in the middle of a crowd shooting fucking people at a Pokemon tournament. They're acting like, oh, there'd be this huge opposition. He mentioned that he was in the military. I think he's picturing a lot of return fire in this situation.
Rounds that shotgun personally hold, but I would definitely be willing to bet not many. So you have to hand load these bullets, and there's something called speed loader, but I don't see them having a speed loader. The only thing I see in the picture is an AR, a scope, one magazine, a couple bullets for the AR, not many bullets for the AR, and more bullets for the shotgun than anything else. Now let me tell you, when you have to reload an AR and a shotgun, those are your most vulnerable times.
I don't understand why one clip isn't enough to kill people. I think that Proto's kind of picturing like, if they were going to do this, they were going to kill fucking everybody. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not saying that they were going to do it or anything, but the way that he said, like, they would just completely fail if they tried this, like, it depends on what they're trying to do. Maybe they just want to get shot by the cops, like...
time, so you would have to get to cover. But they definitely don't have.
They said they would have to get to cover. That's what I'm talking about, where he thinks there would be like return fire. Let's replay that one. Boop.
A scope, one magazine, couple bullets for the AR, not many bullets for the AR, and more bullets for the shotgun than anything else. Now let me tell you, when you have to reload an AR and a shotgun, those are your most vulnerable times, so you would have to get to cover. But they definitely don't have anything to hold these things in. They don't have an extended barrel. They don't have a drum magazine here. The only other thing that they could have to use to defend themselves was a large knife with an orange.
Okay. He said, when he's talking about things to hold extra ammo, first he says an extended barrel. Maybe I don't know anything about guns, but does that not sound right? Like, does an extended barrel hold more, bullets? I thought an extended barrel would mean like a longer barrel on your gun. I'm a little confused. But, gotta go back again.
You don't have an extended barrel. They don't have a drum magazine here. The only other thing that they could have to use to defend themselves was a large knife with an...
Because he just throws out the idea that they could alternate between weapons. The only way this could work is if these guys are just using all their ammo at once, just blasting away. And he doesn't even know that, shotguns are easier to reload than the fucking rifle. Because he was talking about the clips. And depending on what kind of shotgun he hands, it might not actually need a clip. But, yeah.
Orange handle. An unmistakable orange handle.
Okay, now he's going to talk about this knife like it's the only thing they would have to defend themselves. Never mind all the guns and shit we were just talking about. Listen to this.
And that could potentially have been used to, I don't know, open stuff,
People? Yeah, it could open people.
It would be hard to defend against, but at any point in time, with 1,000 people in the convention, if they were relying on a knife to just kill people, they might be able to get 3 or 4 people before they were completely and totally detained and stopped by the masses. Okay? With the AR, they might have been able to pop off 30 to 40 bullets and maybe kill 30 to 40 people. And same with the shotgun. They might have been able to kill,